What is up, everybody? This is Edward back with everybody. Another episode of Everybody Hates Black Men. We're gonna have a fun one today. This won't be too long because I've been putting in a lot of work. Trying to close out this year or this month strong. So I hope you all appreciate it. So we're gonna do another play-by-play. This is from the Lapeef Show. Shout out to the Lapeef Show. Say what you want to about them. They definitely do spur conversation. And this is gonna be on K. And I'm gonna be rather than going in, I'm gonna start being a little bit more diplomatic. I mean, I'm gonna say what needs to be said, but still. So I haven't seen this video, because I wanted it to be fresh. As always, I like these things to be fresh, like um, to be fresh. So I'm getting this set up right now. So let's go and get this off of. We don't need this to be it. Do 1.2 playback speed. Let y'all get in here real quick. Before I start really going in. Appreciate all of the cash apps that's been coming through. Definitely appreciate that. Let me fire off some of them while y'all come in. This shout out to Dardar with the $5, Nobody with the 10, Mr. Graves with the 10, OJ Ray with the 50. Some of these I've already said, but I want to make sure I got them. Absolutely. I appreciate y'all. I definitely do. I appreciate the support. Appreciate the support folks have been getting. I definitely appreciate the subscribers. They're definitely dripping in the right direction. Especially since I haven't really done some of the makeover stuff that needs to be done. Because like I said, what I want to do is probably just pump out like a good 15 to 20 videos that are going to be like 8 to 12 minutes to kind of go through various concepts that I talk about. So that way when people come to the channel, they can kind of go through that content. And then the content that's a little bit longer, that content is going to run its course and then generally get pushed to Patreon, which it's going to be my Patreon is going to be free because it's really just designed to house unlisted content. Shout out to Roastmaster, one of the original OGs. Shout out to Gold Professor. And so that's how that's going to work. And that's going to give me the ability to basically, well, not ability, but I will then start kind of reaching out to other content creators down the road, kind of setting it up to build momentum over this last quarter, really get it going in 2022. Also, shout out to Dynasty Amir. He just hit 100,000. So kudos to him. He definitely he keeps it real in a lot of different fronts. Yeah, it's been a lot of stuff, man. I've been kind of being real focused on certain things. So let's see. So anyway, we got enough people in here because I don't want this to be too long. So let's go. I'm curious. I haven't seen this. Shout out. This is kudos to Don Calypso. He shared it in the Telegram. It always goes down in the Telegram. And he said this one is on K, and I said I want to do this one fresh. Let's see what goes on. And like I said, I got the link of the video in the description. Make sure you subscribe to the Lapeef Show because if we're gonna play their stuff and I'm gonna give commentary on it, support them with engagement, support them with a subscribe because they could be folks can generally be real assholes about how they do their content. If you don't want to subscribe to them on YouTube, subscribe to them on Instagram because they actually do put a lot of these videos on Instagram. And so yeah, the algorithm's fine, but Instagram, so definitely support even when it's stuff y'all, because y'all definitely be engaging with shit. Some of the shit y'all shouldn't be engaging with. So say what you want to. They definitely spur a conversation. So let's go. Let's go.
Patriarchy. You know what patriarchy means?
Our society and Western society.
You know what patriarchy means? Who are the most senators, the most House of Representatives?
Just because they're the most doesn't mean that there's some kind of inequality is. Maybe they're the most qualified.
Wow, are you serious? That's not what patriarchy means because matriarchies generally have the men. Matriarchies, you look at any matriarchy in the world, any matriarchy historically, more men are in let's call them minister positions. matriarchies occupy that. So that's not actually what a patriarchy is. The black church is a body is a perfect example of a matriarchy. There's still pastors and bishops are still men though. But that's not necessarily representative of the dynamic of power. So Kay doesn't know, so already Kay doesn't know what she's talking about. But let's keep it going.
Maybe
This is I've never seen her get this animated, so we'll see.
Wait, hold on.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I apologize. I'm a man, and I'm telling you, we live in a patriarchy.
Yes.
Okay, just because you're a man doesn't mean you know what the fuck you're talking about. And one, oh my God, King. Oh my God. All right, let me just play this shit.
And I say that because what happens is you're saying that those men who are in political offices are more qualified.
Just because
whether you're right or wrong about that, because I'm not saying it's right or wrong, they're still men, right? And this is why we have issues. This is why we have issues like we have in Texas, where you have men making laws about women's bodies.
Well, no, that's bro. That's bro.
Honestly,
and I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm gonna keep it all the way 100, because that's the end, and then they start the end first. I don't know who King is. I know he's a guest star, but King, that's a bitch ass nigga move, and I'm gonna tell you why that's a bitch ass nigga move. You got all this shit going on other people's shit, talking about Anton, right? On other people's platforms, right? And I'm not saying, and that's not really where the BS starts, but that's kind of the prequel. Talking about Anton, talking about who you gonna expose. And see, just for that, I'm gonna play this video and then shout out to Shannon, because he definitely represented the Manosphere, represented our space, the Black Manosphere. So I'm gonna play his video and we're gonna share his shit. Cause now I wanna do a play-by-play on Shannon. But I'm not Shannon on King. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I want y'all to pay attention to what King does, and then pay attention to what King does. That's gonna be important. That's gonna be important. And I didn't see that video from Shannon, but I kind of got the whiff of it. That's gonna be important because niggas like King is one of the main reasons why we deal with what the fuck we deal with right now.
You can call me Shannon. Okay. That makes it a whole lot easier. Mm-hmm. Hello, right. How you doing?
Well, this is not the same Shannon, but shout out to the light skinned brothers, man.
Thanks. Go ahead.
You got a nice voice.
Yeah, Guapo, Kosha, and we got Shannon.
You heard me. I'm kidding. All right, so I'm not gonna lie. So I only saw the last two topics. However, my wife was watching.
So he's married, so we can't play the bullshit about, can't do the other shit, the typical bullshit people like to do.
Early.
Good job.
Right. And she said I think it was something about,
because King, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't even know this nigga. This nigga is like he's a sexual politicking ass nigga. Like I'm gonna say it just like this is a nigga that if he wanted, like he dirty. He is a textbook definition of a fucking dirty Mac. That's what annoys me about that nigga. Like for real. And he looks like Kanye on crack.
About the leadership roles,
but I'm not gonna go there.
I'm not gonna lie, it was buzzwords. I heard K, red pill, and I was like, what did she say? And she couldn't reiterate it, so I wanted to know. I wanted to call in, and I wanted to know what exactly was the statement. Or is this sounding familiar?
You laughing, Corinne, because you know I'm right. Now you can't unsee it. I've been holding that. But now you can't, because I didn't know if this dude was going to be an asshole or not. Now you can't unsee it. Nah, he don't look like Freeway. Look at him. And that's not a diss. I'm not dissing him, but he does look like Kanye West bald. And that's not a diss. I'm just saying. No, him and Anton don't look alike. Don't do that. Him and Anton do not look alike.
Yeah, a little bit.
What was it that you just out of curiosity?
You can't expect your team to manage work with this.
Wow.
With Monday.com's flexible management system.
I want to know like what you had
Me?
to say and think. Yes.
Okay, so basically I think what you may be referring to
Woman says she thinks. Huh. First time for everything.
is when I kind of compared feminism and the red pill manosphere situation to very Eurocentric things that are not meant for Black people.
Yeah, I'm so man. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm really tired of Black females. Black women are not more pro-Black than Black men. I'm really sick of Black women because Courtney did this shit on fucking Pablo Escobar's. They use pro-Blackism as a fucking weapon. They really do. And I really don't like that. Because they really, when you do that, it's like how Black women use God. Using God's name in vain is actually one of the 10 sins. And Black women probably do that more than anybody. And they do it with a lot of shit. But she's not the only one to say it. But that's like a typical talking point, that Eurocentric bullshit. It really is. It really is. But let's go.
Follow. We got to come up with our own things that work for us. Like if you're looking as the people, Black men and Black women, some of the lowest earners.
Another thing that kills me with this is I want you to pay attention to what Kay is saying. Kay said that feminism is Eurocentric. See, where a lot of these this is where a lot of these motherfuckers fuck up, and this is where a lot of y'all are not smart. And I'm gonna just say that, and I mean men and women. Y'all, as much I know people assume because I talk a lot that I don't have really discipline about what comes out of my mouth. But you notice how nobody can really check me on past shit that I've said? Do you notice that? You notice that nobody never comes with and say, oh, well, you said this, now you say this. Or if the few times they've tried, that always falls very flat. So they got to go and say some crazy shit that I said that I was saying like as a joke and it was understood to be a joke. And they keep bringing that back up. It's because the stuff that I say always balances out. I have a through line that I always come back to because my shit is on some real shit. So for example, Kay right now is talking about feminism is Eurocentric, right? Now, I was just talking to Courtney on last night. We were talking about the pro-Black shit. And I explained to her how Black women basically combined with white women to betray Black men. See, these points like to get pulled out when it's convenient, but it's not a consistent story that's being told. Now, granted, those are two different people, but like straight up, if I were to get both of them in a conversation, because I promise you, I would get them to justify feminism. I promise you I would. Or what they would do is they'll try to make it like the pendulum bullshit. Because that was what Courtney was trying to say.
In the country, we can't subscribe to a thing that says women stay home and men just work. We really need both of us to be doing things and building for the future so that maybe 100 years from now, there can be a different dynamic. So
why are Black women calling into Kevin Samuels talking about they want a high value men so they could not work from home, so they can work, so they can stay at home? How the fuck has Kevin Samuels built 1 million subscribership off a high value man concept? These are Black women. And if they're Eurocentric standards, why are Black women holding Black men accountable to Eurocentric standards of economics? See, they're arguing for the battle and not for the greater conversation.
I was speaking on the red pill, manosphere, feminism as all sides of the same. I know there's 3 things, but like 2 sides of the same coin.
Yeah, that's very basic and very simple, and that's actually not true. That's actually not true. Because if you actually look how Black men operate, most Black women are feminists. Most Black men are not red pill. I mean, even in what they talk about, they say feminist shit. I need to have my own mind. Oh man, let's go.
Because they're definitely catering to Eurocentric standards. And I think a lot of us as Black people.
What are these fucking Eurocentric standards that folks are talking about? You rarely see a like real talk. I'm not trying to talk shit, but Lapeef has gone out of his way to say that the show that they built is not a Black show. And Amira is kind of a representation on that. You rarely see non-Black people in our space. Just saying.
Just want to subscribe to a lot of things because it sounds good, it looks good, whatever, without really thinking of it and thinking about the future and what that will bring if we subscribe to them.
Yeah, because, you know, Black women are the foresight thinkers. They are the thinkers of the future. And Black men are just dumb Neanderthals. The reality is this is no different than what Courtney was doing last night. That fucking paternalism bullshit. Where they don't even understand that they're talking down to men, but they're talking down to men. Well, Black men haven't considered this. That she came on a Mr. Palmer's show, and Mr. Palmer explained in very great detail why he is where he is. You can also talk to people. Like, I would love for Kay to have this conversation with the lead attorney, a man that actually is in the business of divorce and is 44 years old and don't have kids. Like, again, the certain shit that they say, it only works on certain people. It doesn't work on people that they think are greater than them. So they tend to not say this. You would never hear Kay say this shit to Kevin. And if you won't say it to Kevin, and I told her that shit in the Lapeef group. I said, why don't you ask him? I've been trying to reach out to Kevin. He won't reach back out to me. Why don't you ask him this stuff on the show? Well, I'm not going to change the topic. I don't want to reorganize the topic. So behind his back, you say he don't know what the fuck he's, or you imply he doesn't know what he's talking about. With the 51% or 53% of Black men are childless. So Kevin must be out here lying. I just don't have a stat that validates that. We don't have information that really shows what you're saying right now, but we're still saying it. But go ahead.
Things that are not for us and were not created with our best interests in mind. So yeah, that's why I brought that up.
Okay. You made some good points. There were certain things that you said.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't. She made very basic points. They don't mean nothing. Basically, you know, Black men saying that feminism is the white man's problem, is the white woman's problem, has never stopped Black women from being feminists. What they did was create an intersectionality to basically say that Black men are imposing racism on Black women. What she said is pretty much the same old Black feminist adage that Black men want to be Eurocentric. And because they want to be Eurocentric, this fear justifies a lot of defiance in Black women. That's all she's saying.
Now, like saying like, oh, like the Manosphere red pill stuff, which I would say red pill and Manosphere are two different things.
Well, but they were both created by white men.
So what?
Oh, okay.
So first of all, you're talking about words, and you say that they were both created by white men. Where's your backup for that? Where's your backup for that? The Manosphere? So you mean to tell me that? So I got a question. This is what I would ask. So is manhood white? So Black men don't have a right to say manhood? Like, take the red pill out of the Black Manosphere, because everybody that talks about so anything that's advocating for Black men and Black boys is essentially white, because we're using the word the Manosphere. Is that what you're saying? So being male is essentially white? Because that's kind of what you're saying. Because if you actually look at what the Black Manosphere talks about, what the Black Manosphere talks about is issues with Black women. We have unique factions and franchises. There is no white equivalent to SYSBM. There is no real white equivalent to Igmore. There is Nation Islam is not in the Manosphere. It's the own thing. Like, we have our own things. Now, that's not in the Black Manosphere, but it's like, she like when you really think about what the fuck she's saying, it's actually insane. Shout out to Black Guru. I don't know why he's making it so I can't see it. When when I hear black people complain about Eurocentric standards while using Eurocentric English language, I want to choke the shit out of somebody. That's funny. For real, though. And then, she's very Euro. This is a light-skinned person saying this shit. Remember that. So we already know she's got Euro blood. Like, this is crazy.
Like, I mean, electricity was created by a white man.
Are you really creating electricity? I mean, are you really creating electricity? And are you saying white people created electricity? Wait,
no. I would have said so. Manhood must have been created by white men too, because it sounds like we don't have the ability to define manhood as we see fit without a black female's permission. That's what I'm getting. That's how I would have went.
That's not the main point. I mean, like I let you, I asked the question.
You see how she's belittling him. Kay would not do that. I've never seen Kay do that to Anton. I've never seen Kay do that to Lapeef. I've never seen her do that to Gorilla. She wouldn't dare do that to TLA or Kevin. See, women don't like to be observed because they really don't. Not like that. This is shit, and this is why when Courtney talks about, why don't folks call in? Shit like this is a real reason why folks don't call in.
To me, so now
you said electricity.
Hold on, okay. I think you're trying to talk.
No, because we can't say electricity was created by white people.
But I still think we got to guess.
Well. You hold on. Ma'am. You just said the fucking manosphere, the concept of the manosphere was created by white men. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do believe it was. What's the fucking motherfucker on the $20 bill? I forgot. He didn't. My bad. I'm blanking. And then you got Nikola Tesla, and then you got dude who created General Electric. Oh, I can go on there because I got a low tolerance for light-skinned women talking shit. And that's because I ain't like these other Negroes to be giving light-skinned women all this deference. Clutch, shout out to Clutch and shout out to MT. Light-skinned dudes don't do that shit. Thomas Edison. Benjamin Franklin and Thomas Edison. Ain't Kay like a teacher? So she should know this shit. I'm sure. What black man created electricity? That's what I would have asked since you want to be goofy.
But electricity is a naturally occurring thing, and we can't attribute that to white people. But okay, go ahead.
Okay, the light bulb. Either way, the example.
No, that's actually no. Lightning and thunder is a natural occurring thing. Electricity, the ability to harness electricity for use of energy was something that had to be fucking invented. Aren't you a teacher? Are you serious? So the proof that electricity could be harnessed was Benjamin Franklin. Technically, Tesla is the one that really perfected it, but the asshole, the asshole Thomas Edison stole it. Trust me, I believe in giving black men all their credit for where black. I don't know. I got the opinion she was a teacher somewhere in the group. Maybe I'm wrong. And she's too busy trying to belittle him. And see, I don't call in because if I start doing that shit to her, then all these niggas are gonna fucking play light-skinned white knights. The capes are gonna come out. Because I don't gotta cut somebody out to make them feel small.
You see what I'm saying? And get this, that's not the main point that I'm making. What I'm saying is look
at this. You don't never see Kay like this. Georgia, am I wrong? Okay, thank you, Georgia. Thank you so much. Because I don't want to be throwing shit out here that's wrong. Because them motherfuckers, see, they listen to it and they do just like what these bitches do. They get mad. I don't want to hear that. I want to be accurate. So I appreciate that. So I mean, if she's a teacher, she should know this shit. This is basic. This is shit you would learn in primary school, as they say in the UK. Urban mass. I hate contrarians for the point of I do. Oh, dude, we have that in common. If you're gonna try to cut me off and make a stupid point, at least be right. Yes. Yes. And don't get me started on that fucking email I got with the man. See, oh man. I don't like to be, I really don't like to be an asshole. See, because I don't, man. Georgia P says all the more reason to get your kids out of these indoctrinated kids. No, I believe in homeschool. Shout out to Dr. Nomalinga Shally Moses. She's kind of at a Boyce Watkins camp. She really talks about homeschool. If I have kids, trust me, and North Carolina is a great state. They for like homeschooling. I know women that are single mothers, they don't do homeschool, but they do, it's called online school. And this was like, North Carolina was actually uniquely prepared for like COVID in that way. I don't know, Kareem, but it don't matter. Even if it is kindergarten, she should know that.
Red, like that doesn't like what? Get this, what red?
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here with a deal.
Like, she really trying to make him feel stupid.
To be, and I'm not gonna lie, I got like red pilled from the red pill like just a few weeks ago. Like,
you shouldn't have said that, dude. Dude, you shouldn't have said that. You shouldn't have said that. There's nothing we say in the Black Manosphere that doesn't pass the test of common sense. Not a goddamn thing. So fuck red pill. How about common sense?
even watching this is like kind of new to me. The Fresh and Fit thing happened. I snapped out of a funk.
Oh my God. Dude. You giving them like, dude. You need better training. That's all. You messing up, man.
Started watching After Hours, and then I got onto this.
Oh God. Man. Sir, you're not even, look, I'm not gonna just, you are married. But dude, you're not even a Padawan learner yet, dude. You're not even a Padawan learner. Don't do that. You messing up, man. I already know where this is about to go now. Now I see how the end happened. He did. And it's the unforced errors, man. And this is not about beating people, but to be honest, you're not really qualified to have, sir, with all due respect, you're not qualified to have this conversation. Because most of Red Pill is really identified with dudes that are not married in the first place. I'm not saying you can't be married and then be aware, but you're not really. I appreciate him coming up, but this is easy because this make you're doing more damage than good. But let's go, because I already know where this is going. See that smile? I already know where this shit is going. Oh, let it play.
Like my whole I'm like red pilled from the red pill. However, it's a lot of good points, and the Manosphere or whatever. Like I could see what you mean.
Oh, I get what he's saying. He's saying he's aware of the red pill. Well, first of all, Fresh and Fit is not a real good representation of the red pill, and they're not in the Manosphere in the first place. So again, they do their own shit. Fresh and Fit is more dating. They are in the dating market with a kind of focus on red pill, but they're not really they're not really like in the black. They don't. Oh man, whatever.
The opposite side of like kind of like feminism, because like a lot of people like
it
would be like, oh, Kevin Samuels, that's Oprah for men, but the reason why it's so polarizing, the reason why it's such a big deal is because nothing like it has existed before. And the big surface,
that's not true.
This level points that they're making, get this, that's women in jet, like hypergamy, that's not a race thing. That's not a race thing. Men being like shit on in like America, in like the US, that's not a race thing. Men in general, yes, white men are the big bad boogie white man. Okay, yeah, I know. Okay, but what really men in general are like suffering, and like black men, like we have our own. There, it is a little different.
You right. He did concede points, and I was kind of wondering why he did that at first. And it really, I mean, honestly, I get that he sees the value of like the concept of his information, and he's trying to advocate for that. Shannon kind of did the same thing, like the other Shannon with Anton, but Shannon is an older guy, has experience that he can kind of has perspective that allows him to kind of really put that in proper place. he's a guy that I would absolutely say you need to watch Kevin. Kevin, I would say Kevin. There's a couple of guys, Kevin, Ron Wills. You know, he's already married, so he really has to worry about solidifying his marriage and managing that. And that allows for focus, especially if he's aware of where things can go. He, you know, and I think Anton would be a good person to listen to too, because he's already married. He's already married. So he's in the right track, but yeah, this is kind of numb. You need more information, dude.
However, I don't fully subscribe to the, you know, like, oh, we're done and blah, blah, blah. Like, because there really isn't, like, it's not like how it was. And we're actually doing worse now than like right after slavery.
So in a patriarchal society.
Thank you.
Oh, Christ. Here we go. I'm sorry.
Please tell me. And I'm not talking about black men.
Like, let's be clear here. The United States of America, outside of, let's see, you got Canada, you got some of the Nordic countries like Finland, Sweden. I would say France. America is probably in the top 7 most feminist countries in the world. Like, and like, really, you got all the Nordic countries, you know, Poland, Sweden, Finland, or Norway, Finland, Sweden, Canada, France. So that's 5. And then you can fill in a blank for another country. And when you actually look at the laws, yeah. But let's go.
And this is why I don't think black people should subscribe to these things, because we got a whole different situation.
Subscribe to what? Human stuff?
No, subscribe to these white things like, oh man.
Notice how she never describes what she never will paint the picture of what the alternative would be. And then I would also say that feminism has existed. Let's be clear here. Feminism came first. Feminism came first. So why is it that you're so focused on like something like the quote unquote black manosphere when feminism is like on its 4th wave? You see how fucking disingenuous that is? Like, when have any of you all ever heard Kay openly speak out? Has any, Georgia, you in here, Kareen, you in here? Have y'all ever heard Kay openly speak out against feminism? Have you ever heard Kay say feminism is Eurocentric? Has anybody ever heard Kay say that? Because she's trying to be brand new and say that shit now. Has any of you all ever heard that? Anybody has ever listened to anything they've ever said? Have you ever heard that? And by the way, no, it's not a patriarchal society. I'm going to tell you why. Because the tender years doctrine dictates that the kids go to the women. Whoever controls the children by default controls the society. That's why it's not a patriarchy. It's not a patriarchy. You wouldn't have issues. Men wouldn't have issues getting their kids if it was a patriarchy. It's not a patriarchy. America is not a patriarchy. And fuck America, Black America is damn sure not a patriarchy. See, he didn't know enough to ask that. He wants to focus on greater America. We're not talking about greater America. If we're talking about Black America, then let's talk about Black America. And so the question is, what is the Black community in your opinion? It is a patriarchy, matriarchy, gynocracy, something in between. That's what I would have asked her and dared her to say fucking patriarchy. So, oh, it's a patriarchy. Okay, so name me one thing Black women have to do, Black men can enforce Black women doing. Go. That's what she won't go there. So she's trying to make it like an American thing. She's not really saying that, but she's not really talking about the Black community.
And are suffering. What Black men and white men are in completely different situations in
Different
America.
stuff happens with the big points that the manosphere, like what you specifically brought up, like are talking about, like. Well,
first of all, you don't see the Black manosphere interact with white men like that. So I don't understand why she keeps saying that. Like, this is that willful ignorance. Because technically this show, as Lapeef has said, is not a Black show. So we interact with we're more exclusively Black than they are. So I don't understand. Like,
guys,
I would love see. They. I'm gonna tell you, they won't talk to Kendra. They won't talk to Kendra. And now it's gonna be an interesting look because I'm gonna be like, why did Amira? I know Amira talk to Kendra because they share, the Muslim faith. But why can Kendra talk to Amira, but somehow Courtney ain't going over there and talking to her? Since if we're gonna go to a 700-person channel and Pablo, then surely Kendra's about to break 30,000. Kendra's growing like gangbusters, and keep it up. Make sure y'all subscribe, so support the content. I'm happy for her, especially coming off the heels of that Black Manosphere stuff. I'm happy for her to have her own platform.
In general, like, I mean, the Black Manosphere is like separate. It is its own thing.
Shannon,
shout out O'Shea. No,
Shannon.
Yes, miss.
You said,
oh my God, you are making light-skinned men look bad. Oh my God, nigga, don't do it. This is Angel Ramirez. You need some counseling. And over here, we do it for free. Not saying nothing against nobody, but we'll get you gamed up on what the fuck it is for free. Because if you was listening to Fresh and Fit, you already started off fucked up. Especially, there is absolutely zero reason for you to listen to Fresh and Fit if you're married. There is absolutely no reason to listen to Fresh and Fit if you're married. There's no reason to listen to Fresh and Fit if you're married. And that's not even an indictment on them. That's just not what they talk about.
Are suffering in a patriarchal.
Maybe I was a little dramatic. Get this.
Hold on. What
maybe I was.
Are suffering.
What did she say?
Manosphere, like what you specifically brought up, like are talking about, like guys in general. Like, I mean, the Black Manosphere is like separate. It is its own thing.
Shannon.
I'm giving y'all bonus stuff, Otis.
Oh, O'Shea. No,
Shannon.
Yes, miss.
You said men are suffering in a patriarchal.
Maybe I was a little dramatic. Get this.
Okay, so that you don't mean that.
So you know how Kay is Kay talking like she's in a fucking patriarchy? Does this woman, if you were to listen to this conversation, on the phone and observe it, because that's one of the things I got to do. One of my jobs is listen to the motherfuckers' calls. When they really fuck up. Does that sound? Is Kay communicating in a way that sounds like she's under a patriarchy? Is that what that sounds like? Is this dude communicating to you in a way that's patriarchal? And I'm not even trying to shit on him. I'm just saying. Does it sound like he has this magical, misogynistic disrespect of women? That. I'm gonna tell you, y'all can play around with the yes miss all day, every day. That dude ain't talking like he was raised in some patriarchy.
We're not in a patriarchy anymore. There maybe was a point in time when you could have used that as we're not in a patriarchy anymore.
That's crazy.
What?
In a gynocentric society, and
I'm not literally in a patriarchy. You know what patriarchy means?
The truth. Our society, in Western society.
You know what patriarchy means? Who are the most senators? The most House of Representatives?
Just because they're the most doesn't mean
that's what patriarchy means.
That's not what patriarchy means, and that's stupid as fuck. Like, you look like, are you serious? You look like Jeff. How much money did Jeff Bezos' wife come up off of Jeff Bezos? That shit does not happen in patriarchies. Compare us to a real. Give me a country like a real fucking patriarchy in this world. Right now, undisputed. And let's compare America to that, and then we can keep notes. That's number one. Number two, when you look at, just because, that's like saying because we have a female president. That's like, okay, Pakistan has had. America is one of the few countries that's yet to have a female like prime minister or president. Pakistan had Benazir Bhutto and like I think one or two more female presidents. Does that mean that Pakistan is a matriarchy now? Like what the fuck are you talking about? And let's say if we do have a female, we have a female vice president. Like we have quite a few female senators. Let me Google that shit real quick. How many female senators and black people? Shit, damn near all your mayors are female in most of the black cities today. There are currently 24 women. Okay, there's 24. So almost one quarter is women. And the reason why it's not more is because of the Republicans. Black Huru for $5. A shout out to Stack and Star for the $20 cash app. Black Huru says, in a true patriarchy, women would have a mouth and attitude like Kay would be rounded up, bound, doused with gasoline, burned alive. Yeah, I mean, she's not even like, are you serious? Like, but you know, anything where women are not in complete control. See, women being in complete control is fairness to them.
Maybe they're the most qualified. Maybe
wait, hold on.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I apologize. I'm a man, and I'm telling you, we live in a patriarchy.
Yes.
And I say that because
you're a man. So that means you're automatically right because you're a man. Yeah.
What happens is you're saying that those men who are in political,
those men that are in political office were fucking voted for. And if you're gonna bring senators up, voting for senator is an up and down vote. You can't gerrymander the districts in the Senate because it's statewide. So the reason why you have and it's massively grown. Like, what are we talking about? It wouldn't be pro-life. You would live in a pro-life country if it was a patriarchy like what you're talking about. We would not, black men, there's a lot of issues black men would not have if this country was a patriarchy. Because the legal framework wouldn't be there for women to do half the shit they do. Like, are you serious? But whatever, man.
Offices are more qualified.
Just because
whether you're right or wrong about that, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, they're still men, right? And this is why we have issues. This is why we have issues like we have in Texas, where you have men making laws about women's bodies.
Men making laws about women's bodies. Men making laws about women's bodies. The children do not belong to the women. And I'm really of both minds of it. I really don't care. Like, honestly, my situation is my personal situation when it comes to, like, you know, that. But I don't believe women should have the right to abort children. I don't believe women should have that right. And if anybody wants to use my body, fuck your body in that way. Y'all don't give a fuck about your body. You show it every day. And the reality is your body does not fucking supersede the needs of the population. The black population has been stagnant because black women have used the abortion clinic as a birth control center. So I don't give a fuck about what women want to say about their bodies. And I'm going to say that straight up. And people want to call me a misogynist. Motherfuckers can just, then I'll wear that shit. But no, black women since 1973 has had the right to abort. And they have demonstrated they don't know how to handle it. It's time to remove that. It's in a lot of issues that black men have had to deal with. Black men have had to pay for a lot of consequences. Feminism would dial back automatically to 2.0 if you remove the right to the right. Women do not have the right to kill children. And now you're starting to see women kill children after they're born. Women should not have the right to kill children. They shouldn't. I'm going to say it just like that. And you'll say, well, no, you don't have a right to kill a child. And as far as I'm concerned, if men are not allowed to walk away from kids, that y'all shouldn't have the right to choose to have to bring them. Y'all shouldn't have the right to choose whether a kid comes in this world or not come in this world. If I don't have the ability to walk away from that motherfucker because I didn't want to fucking have a kid with you. Well, we were yes, bitch, I was fucking you. I did not want to have a child with you. So you want to have the child, fine, but you're not having it with my blessing. That should be a condition of abortion remaining in place. Other than that, fuck it. And I'm not even going to deny that. I'm not going to be nice about that shit no more. Women shouldn't have the right to kill children. They shouldn't. They shouldn't. Point blank, period. And that is what it is. It's killing children. And you're not gonna I don't let white women sugarcoat the shit and make the shit sound better than what it is. You're killing children. You're killing children so y'all can basically you're killing children for your own sexual satisfaction. And then men have to pay the price with child support and shit. Talk about what we gonna do about this baby that you decided to have. No. So I'm gonna say that real clear. But sound off. What do y'all think? And I'm not even like ultra conservative like that. But women have had like it'll be 50 years in 2023 since Roe v. Wade got passed. And if you look at what the black communities had to deal with in Roe v. Wade has not helped the black community. It hasn't. That's a lie, Georgia boy. That's a lie. Don't even say that. You don't even got stats to back that up. 9 out of 10 of Georgia boy says that 9 of 10 abortions was paid for by the nigga who got her pregnant. Stop with the abortion argument. Georgia boy, shut the fuck up. Because that's not true. Okay? That's not true. Number one, that's factually a lie. Okay? Number one. Number two, even if I give you that argument, I don't give a fuck about these niggas having to deal with like you think when I say that I don't anticipate that a lot of niggas that's gonna, you're damn right, that's gonna curtail, that's gonna fuck up a lot of niggas that like to play. I'm gonna lay waste to all these females fucking. You damn right that's gonna affect them. And yes, I don't give a fuck. So them niggas, I don't give a fuck. And that's number one. And number two, even if I give you that, women still have the lead. Women can take the money. Do you realize that women, like this happened to Paul George? Women can take the money. Paul George, now wife, fucking stripper, took the money. Like he gave her $1 million. She took the money and didn't have the abortion. So it's still their choice to have an abortion. Stop talking like it's a contractual agreement that they have to comply with. They don't have to comply with that. They would have got the abortion anyway. And then when you look at Planned Parenthood, they would have got the abortion anyway. And let's stop acting. Motherfuckers act like women be getting like 1 or 2 abortions. Nigga, let me be very clear. The overwhelming amount of abortions that black women have is not due to niggas buying them off. Paying for an abortion is not buying them off. Do you really believe that a woman that wants to have a child is going to take some rinky-dink money just to have an abortion? Think about how you sound when you say that. Like you being like, nigga, I swear to God, you just, if I say that 1 + 1 is 2, you're going to say it's 8 just for shits and giggles, man. Like, nigga, why do you have this compulsory need to fucking cape for females? Nigga, I know, look, nigga, like Georgia boy, I understand that these bitches probably was choosing and you feel guilty because they was choosing. Nigga, that ain't my problem. Your guilt is not my problem. I'm sorry that you're guilty. That's not my fucking problem. Keep that shit to yourself. And you manifest that by kind of taking a shit on my channel. Thank you, Georgia boy. Most of these dudes don't even got the nuts to be paying these bitches off like that. Most dudes don't even have the balls to do that. And here's another thing they don't get said too. A lot of women be scamming dudes, saying they pregnant, and then niggas be getting scared and giving them money to get an abortion. You got 33%, like they say like 30% of men, we'll say 20, even though I've heard it as high as 30%. Of men are raising kids that they think are theirs and not even theirs. But Georgia boy wanna cough and say, oh nigga, 9 out of 10 niggas are paying for their wife. Man, nigga, you think these women, who the fuck you think these niggas are fucking? You think these women are like that broke? You really out here thinking that the only reason women, you basically said the only reason why black women get abortions is because black men pay for it. That's literally what you said when you made that 90% statement. I can't believe you would actually say something that ridiculous. I mean, these niggas really be out here like, and that's just like what King did. Yeah, man, I'm a man, and yeah, we live in the patriarchy, which is cap, because that's another way to redirect the situation to white people. Basically, what K and them are really implying is black men just need to get under the banner of black women so we can fight white supremacy. Absolutely, Dre. He said, "Shit, I wish they did. I tried to pay for it, didn't work." Yeah, that's just bullshit. Georgia Boy would never say that shit on BGS shit. It's certain shit, and yeah, man, but you know, I feel, and that's the problem. We got too many niggas feeling. Anyway, man.
So, you want to get hired before summer ends? The hottest tech companies are.
What I want to do is attempt to try to, separate them out.
I don't know what the fuck is going on. Anyway, I'm about to end this shit, but I feel like giving y'all good programming. Y'all go check out Jessica X. Got 1,000 people watching. Obsidian's on there. Apparently, they talk. Shout out to dude that brought it up. They talk about Courtney and Amira. Georgia Boy, knowing men that have paid for an abortion and saying 9 out of 10 do it are two completely different things. Those are two completely different things. Now, first of all, personally, I live in the South. And most of these niggas in the South don't be doing that. Because they be wanting the bitch to have a baby. Niggas in the South, they be getting angry as fuck when a female gets an abortion. I know a hell of a lot more situations like that. A nigga's being salty as hell because they thought they put it down, and the chick like, I don't want to have a kid with you. We were just fucking. Oh, I know niggas that got salty over that. The shit that you talk about mainly happens in the cities. But damn, nigga, like you really said that shit. So no, nigga, what are you listening to? There ain't no 9. That shit is not usually how that goes down. Not no 9 out of 10. You didn't even try to like say 50%. You said 9 out of 10. Anyway, click on that link. That's to that's to Jessica X's video. Like she's doing a live right now. Kind of like, I don't know what the fuck they said, talk about Mira and Courtney, and then Obsidian's on there right now too. So that's an interesting mix. You guys be killing me. Anyway, appreciate the super chats. Let me see a guy more cash apps. Appreciate Stacker Star for that $20. I mean, it's clear. Like when shit like that gets said, it's very clear that motherfuckers talk about they like facts. Like, nigga, you keep saying you don't listen. You live in the real world. That does not happen in the real world. You are essentially saying every abortion that has happened, 90% are paid for by black men. That is a lie, nigga. And you are spreading that lie. For you to even say that means you're saying that shit to other people. That is not true. You can't find jack shit to show that. I don't even need that proven. That is not how that goes down. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video before I get pissed off. Anyway, y'all, appreciate it. With that being said, this is Edward signing off. Peace.